the heck? So, looks like somebody left their Ford Ranger here. This is a pretty decent looking little pickup. Look at this here. Yeah. Nice little V6 badge. Yeah. I believe it's an 85. Not bad. It's got a few rust spots out. But, you know, not a bad little pickup. That's pretty nice. Yeah. The dual exhaust. That's pretty neat. You don't usually see a Ranger with dual exhaust. That probably sounds kind of weird. Yeah. Got some extra tires in it. I'll tell you a look under the hood of this thing. Oh. Well, that's pretty sweet. Nice chrome valve covers. Yep. Neat little V6. Hold on a minute. Why am I counting more than 6 plug wires? Yeah, okay, I already know about it. It's a 302. Yep. Just got it yesterday. It's a 302 1985 Ranger with a C4 automatic. And the biggest problem with it has no brakes right now. Like, not at all. That's probably part of the reason. I believe it's got a busted line, maybe. Yeah, it's not like the wildest thing you've ever seen, but it's pretty cool. So I just went out and made a parts run for this thing. As you saw, that it didn't have a air cleaner on it. That's kind of the thing that mainly concerned me about it. So I went ahead and picked up a few things. Like this here air cleaner. Had to get a black one because, you know, reasons. Yeah, that's bigger than the one I got on my F-250, but I got an HEI on it, so yeah, we're gonna have to get this on immediately. I don't like not having an air cleaner. It's a little sketchy. Yeah, I have caught a rock in a throttle body once before. That's not a good thing when your throttle sticks open. You get out there and look, and turns out there's a rock in it. Much better. Okay, so the air cleaner. I'm gonna show you the interior real quick on this thing. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, so there you go. It's all factory. That, I don't know, I've seen Rangers with them, but floor shift automatic, but it's kind of weird to see it in person. It looks factory to me, but let me know if that is actually factory. So here we got some gauges. We got tack. Got a little one. Got the little gauges too. Wire connectors. That's for the electric fan because it's not hooked up yet. Then we got brake fluid. Yeah, this thing's pretty neat, and it does run. Not going to start it just yet because it does have a slight transmission leak out of the line somewhere, and I also need to top off the oil in it. This thing is pretty neat though. I'm going to assume that's 127,000 miles. The old 5-digit odometer, the little white number, or the white background with the black number, that's the 10th. So should be 127,000, or it might even be 227,000. Never know. Oh, hold on a second. There. I do believe that is a factory sunroof that doesn't leak. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, anyway. I really like this truck. What I think what I kind of want to do with it is make it, maybe race it. Don't know yet. It's almost too good looking to really do anything to make it a race truck. But you never know. It might be pretty sweet. Yeah, basically what this is a unfinished project. Person I bought it from, he didn't start on it, putting the 302 in. He bought it from somebody else who did that. There's a few things that weren't exactly done the right way. They were just done the easy way. It works. I mean, obviously it's in there. It drives. Yeah. Just got a few things to button up on it, really. Main thing is to get brakes in it. They did end up cutting out the air box. I'll be getting one of those here soon and maybe modified at some point. They also put a body lift on this thing. I'm assuming to get the 302 in it and have everything cleared, and they also put spacers on the motor mounts. I don't really like that. I'm assuming this motor's out of a car. It's got the dual sump. Usually you'd find those in a car. That doesn't necessarily mean this is out of a car. But I think the best way, if you're doing something like this, might be to, instead of getting a dual sump oil pan, get one that was in a Explorer. Because, you know, they made the Ford Explorer with the 302, so stands to reason it ought to fit pretty good on a Ranger, because, I mean, an Explorer is just a Ranger with a camper top. So for right now, what I want to do is just get this thing to where it's driving, and I can, you know, get it reliable, and eventually get everything on it to where it looked like this motor came in at factory. Cut up air box is not very factory. A motor on spacers isn't very factory. Having to use a body lift to fit your motor, it works, but it's not ideal. I hate seeing that. Some body lifts do look pretty good, but like I said, I hate seeing it. There's gaps everywhere, and the radiator's in a kind of a funny spot. Yeah, so that's what the radiator looks like. It's a nice radiator, honestly, but that kind of makes things a little difficult. Again, not ideal, but it works. Got the transmission cooler down there. Oh, oil pressure gauge carries 45 pounds at idle. Obviously, it's not idling right now. Yeah, I went ahead and got all the gauges for this thing. That, you know, the important ones. Eventually, I want to get a transmission temperature gauge, just, you know, for reasons. And then I got to fix the transmission leak on it. And here's that gap I was talking about. It's got a pretty good body lift on it right now. It's like 2-3 inches. Honestly, looking at the wheel to the fender, it's not that much, which kind of concerns me as far as suspension. But I mean, you know, just throw some leaf springs under it. Actually, now that I'm looking at it right now, you can probably see it in the camera. That spring is flat. There's not that much weight in the back of this thing. That's supposed to have a little bit of arch. It's actually kind of going the opposite direction. I just noticed that. Oh, a second. Let's see. Yeah, it's just kind of... Yeah, a little funky there. She's gonna need leaf springs. Yeah, same deal over here because there's not that much weight. We got a couple tires of fuel tank. Fuel tank's got barely anything in it. Once we started uphill trying to back it up here, it stopped running. There's not much fuel in it. And what is in there is old. I gotta get rid of that. Yeah. It's pretty neat. That needs a little work, but it did a pretty good patch on that, in my opinion. Looks pretty good. I mean, metal like that is ugly, but as far as the work, that's not bad. Need 2 mirrors. That one over there is just completely gone. And then the rest of the truck I think is okay. Might need some kind of different dipstick tube for the transmission, because obviously airbox has to go there for your heat, and this did have AC. Maybe we'll get that on there and have AC again with it, but you know, maybe not. This could end up being a race truck. I know 302 might not be the best platform to start with, but this truck doesn't weigh anything. I mean, this is basically a Mustang GT with a bed on it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I do like this thing. It may not be like the biggest deal in the world, but I've always wanted a light pickup with a V8. And there we go. Now, usually when you see these things, they got a they're 2-wheel drive. This one's actually 4-wheel drive. I thought that was pretty neat. Yeah, all-wheel drive drag truck. That might be pretty cool. We're gonna go ahead and try to do a few things on it. Find the brake fluid leak. Maybe get brakes today. Don't know. So I did end up finding the busted line. There was 2 of them. Got them fixed. We somewhat have brakes. It's, as you can see, it's been turned around. So it's got about 20% of its usual stopping power at the moment. Got it running, kind of ran out of gas too, so we'll have to get some gas in it, and then also need to get that under the truck. Need bolts and such. It's coming along, sort of, kind of. Eventually, I just got a few things today. Gonna need to get the rest of everything needs. I'm doing all the brakes on it. Doing calipers, wheel cylinders, master cylinder, rubber lines, whatnot. Yep. Oh, and the battery's dead now too, so there's that. Gotta find another way to mount the radiator because it's not in the best spot. And then now that it's up on level ground, I can really see how much pitch this motor has. It's a little excessive. So the problem there is it kind of has to be there, unless I go do something a little different, which I am going to do eventually, but for now it'll work. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but not what I'd like to see. It's probably not that bad, but it just seems like a lot. I'll show you. Don't know how well this is going to come across on the camera, but let's see here. Phone's level right there. Fender kind of has a little bit of slope. Yeah, it might look worse on the camera. Yeah. So when you do something like this, the motor's been shimmed up, obviously. But I don't think the transmission has any shims in it. I can't see those. No, it doesn't. It does not have shims. So that's definitely going to be something I'll do before it goes on the road, is probably shim the transmission up, because that's pretty excessive. I think it definitely looked worse on the camera. Yeah, just doing old lines and whatnot. It's got the oil filter relocation. Transmission cooler not in the greatest spot because it's not getting any airflow if the truck's sitting still. It's got one fan. It's like a, what is that? Like a 12-inch fan. No shroud. You don't have to have one, but it's nice to have one. Keep it cooler. It's a decent radiator, honestly. It's pretty thick. I like a good thick radiator. Real pretty. I mean, it's a good size transmission cooler too. So the parts are good, I would say, but the way they are is not so good. So we're going to be moving them around. Get the transmission cooler in front of the radiator like it should be. Give me more room under there. And if I can, if there is such a thing as a steering rack conversion kit to take away the steering box out of this thing and put a steering rack in it for when you're going, 150 miles an hour down the drag strip. This thing's not going to do that for a long time, but I mean, it sounds cool. Oh, I need a new shifter because that's not going to work. Yeah, that's everything about this thing. I think I will definitely be finding more stuff because I have not gotten that deep into it yet. Like, pretty much all I've done to it is put fresh gas in it, and not very much of that. Put 2 brake lines on it. Bled 1 brake because that's all the brakes I could bleed. And I'll need a transmission dipstick too. You're gonna need to get one of those fancy ones, the flexible kind, because that one, it's been kinked and it's right smack in the way of everything. Yeah, pretty much air cleaner is all I've done to it. Oh yeah, I got the tack in it because I was bored and it was raining and that was the only thing I could do to it. Yeah, I think it looks pretty neat right there. Now as for my little gauges, got 3 of those, the little 3-gauge kit. They might go there if they're not careful. I think they look pretty neat there. I know that's where the radio's supposed to go, but who needs a radio, They got speakers with Bluetooth now. But yeah, that's pretty much all the damage I can do for it right now. Steering wheel is another thing I want to take care of because this thing is tiny. I don't like tiny steering wheels. And the column is very crooked. Gonna take care of that. Don't like crooked columns either. Just little things, It's not a huge project. It's just a bunch of small stuff. It's going to take up a lot of time. But, that's just the way that sometimes goes. So, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. And also, subscribe one time.